Hello everybody. Welcome back to Space Quest 6. I am the Blues 32, and this is a lovely looking hotel.
This place still has those old-style ray projection infomercial viewers. What rubes.
What?
Nice place, if you're a fan of dives. That's the manager of this little slice of heaven. He looks like he's an expert on energy conservation. Mainly his.
Well, that's always good.
Nice place. It says, if you have a buckazoid, give a buckazoid. If you need a buckazoid, take a buckazoid. Not too surprisingly, it's empty.
Well, that's just sad. Let's fix that.
It would appear that merging... It probably seems... Excellent. As cool as it... It's empty, without content. You drool in that...
Well, that just sucks.
An electronic proximity sensor-activated bell, probably used to signal for attention, rests on the counter.
Let's see what happens if I use it. I'm going to guess that I get attention, but I could be wrong.
You give the bell a pass with your hand. The manager doesn't exactly spring to life in response, but he does stir a bit and grant you a segment of one eye.
I expect a little more than that, but whatever.
He seems to be ignoring you.
Asshole.
Excuse me. I'd like a room, please.
Really? Really? Well, I think we got one or two for a couple of $100 buckazoids a night. In advance, you understand.
Oh, of course.
I believe I have a prepaid reservation provided me by StarCon.
You don't.
I got no reservations from any StarCon. I got no reservations, period. I do a cash business. You want a room, cough out the buckazoid.
Fine, fine.
So that's, 200. Well, okay.
200? Don't you listen, son? I said 300. That's 300 a night. And I don't include any weird pets. Them's extra.
I think I might be getting scammed here.
I could have sworn you said...
You calling me a liar? I don't need no guff from the likes of you. This is the finest lodging on the planet, son. If you don't like the prices, you can just take your sorry pinkish carcass out of here.
Pinkish?
Well, 300? Okay. But give me your finest room then.
The finest room. Yeah, right. You got it, buckaroo. Best in the house. Coming right up. Pay up.
I'm just gonna guess and say that they're all shitholes. Here.
Okay, son, you just scribble your old Bill Shatner on the register screen and I'll get your key card. Just find a room as you'll find on this orb.
That doesn't say much.
You have a brief moment of what you think is cleverness.
Or gas.
You decide to wittily sign the name Franzel Niekberm.
I don't get it.
Okay, here's your key card. Don't lose it. Room 1220J.
Wow.
Up the elevator.
This place must be huge.
Franzel Niekberg. If I had a buckazoid for every time I'd seen that name, I'd be sitting pretty. I could afford one of those fancy fur-lined donut thingies that... But, what was I saying?
No clue. You kinda lost me. Just pick up the key card.
Anyway, enjoy your stay. If you need anything, don't hesitate to tell someone.
Else.
Gee, thanks. Say, could you tell me where...
I'm a real busy guy, son. You got any questions?
Oh, yeah,
why
you
don't
look
go
it.
Find the Chamber of Commerce and talk to them. I'm sure they'll be glad to help you out. Be seeing you.
Just take the card, Roger. Hit the button. Gonna just presume that this room is up. Pew! I want one of those. Let's see, I believe it was this room, wasn't it?
It's the key card to your luxurious suite at the charming Dew Beam Inn. The room number is 1220J.
Okay. Just swipe this sucker in.
Just as you're about to insert the key card so you can go inside and check out your new digs, you notice those two goony-looking dudes from the lobby walking in your direction at a rather deliberate pace. Perhaps they're going to welcome you to the place or show you where the ice machine is.
Roger, now would be a good time to go inside and get the... Roger? Roger? You're not gonna listen to me, are you, Roger?
Hey there, pal. Got a second? Me and my friend here was wondering something.
Mm-hmm.
Fire away. What did you want to know?
This ought to be good.
Well, we was wondering if you'd have any objection to us pounding you senseless.
I'd have quite a few objections.
Grab 'em and let's get moving. I gotta report in soon.
Why did you even say to grab him if you're the one doing the grabbing? Huh.
You puny little scumbag. I can't believe anyone would want you. One thing's for sure. You sure ain't gonna be seeing your home son ever again.
That's harsh, man.
Hey, Nigel, let's get back to it, huh? We got things to do and places to go.
No, you don't. Don't lie to yourself.
Now, just sit there and be still and be quiet, little man. I've got some things to finish before I finish you.
That's very irresponsible, actually. Oh well, at least you tied me up first. Gonna gag me too? You really should. Roger talks. A lot. Alright, let's have a look around.
This alien woman looks to be in very bad shape.
Indeed.
Her pupils are fixed and dilated. Her body is stiff, almost as if she's dead. And her skin looks tight and puffy, as if bodily gases are building up inside her.
Oh, there are
Bandages
gases
and
inside of
patches
her.
appear in profusion all over her, and some of her seams look like they're about to give way.
Oh, God.
You make a mental note to come back and rescue this poor woman. You can't reach her from here. Drat the luck.
Maybe if we work together, we can get out of here.
She doesn't respond. Perhaps she's a form of life you don't know how to communicate with.
Or maybe
Or
she's
more
just
likely,
too
she's
stunned to
purposely
talk.
Ignoring you.
I mean, look at that face. That's an expression of surprise if ever I've seen one.
Teddy Schmuckspin, a popular children's toy, sits on the floor. If you weren't a popular child, you didn't get one.
That explains a lot.
It wouldn't be prudent to do that. Your words cause everything to be...
What's this?
It's a burlesque moddy.
Okie dokie.
This is the data corder you got from that endodroid hunter dude.
Hey, that's mine.
You have no idea where this place is, but it's nice to see that grunge has finally hit the interior decorating industry. This symbol is all the rage among teenagers in the quadrant. None of the adults knows what it means, but it's shorthand for no sign of life.
I thought it meant you didn't have a life.
It's Kathy Meyerland, an attractive model with gills from one of those stinky swamp-like
Ugh.
planets like Madoria, or Slimyon, or Muxalon 4. It's the popular pin-up alien Krill McPherson, the one that poses all over time pods
Which one?
in Space Piston magazine. Just watch that McPherson strut.
I can't. She's a poster.
It's one of those wads of lard you ran into at the inn.
I wouldn't call him a wad of lard. He's not that big. Not to mention, that's extremely rude.
What are you going to talk to him about? The weather?
I might. What do we have here?
A nail protrudes from the wall. How novel.
Hey, what the fu... I don't want to see you move another inch or I'm gonna slice you into nice little bite-sized pieces. Now, can it?
Yeah. Move if I want to.
You are now a proud nail owner.
Yay! I've always wanted a nail.
Due to the planetary location of this unit, it can't keep a steady picture for very long. And as is universally known, the local cable company will get around to fixing it at their convenience. And who knows, you might get lucky and get another shopping channel or country western station in the process.
Hooray! Wait, no.
They ripped off an alien crossing sign. How sophomoric. A beautiful thick shag carpet of Pelvis Brailsford, the rock and roll programming sensation, adorns the east wall of this grungy apartment.
Alright. Let's put this to use.
You get fingerprints all...
Pick the lock, pick the lock, pick the lock, pick the lock, pick the lock.
Good thinking. The nail proves to be just what you needed to free yourself from those handcuffs.
Alright.
Don't get all excited, Little Red Riding Hood. You aren't out of those woods yet.
Yes, but I think I can take this guy. Have at thee!
What do you want to do? Give him a nice massage? Wise up. This guy values you less than Starcon does.
Oh, fine. Just gonna take this rug here. Ooh. I'm glad he's ignoring that. I mean, that was fairly loud. Now we'll just put this here.
You carefully lay the rug on the floor. Even though you were never known for your interior decorating talents, you feel very satisfied with the location you have chosen.
Good. Now let's put it to use. How is this not alerting this guy? I don't understand.
Your body is now carrying a nice static charge.
Time to put that to use. Zap, zap. That's what you get when you put stuff right connected to your brain.
Wow, the static energy you built up discharged, frying Lard Boy's circuitry. Did you actually think of that, or was it just luck?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Smooth move.
Just gonna take this here.
You now possess the Mahdi.
Yay, Marty. Take this back. What do we have here?
Surprisingly, it's a pile of books. Who'd have thought these guys could read?
They probably got one up on Roger then.
There seems to be a small pile of CD-ROMs sitting here.
Because they would still be used in the future, wouldn't they?
Your search through the CDs reveals a bunch of typically boring multimedia magazines. A multimedia phone book. Too bad there aren't any phones around here.
That would be nice. What's this? Insert dick. Oh.
Way too disgusting. It does nothing until you insert a 3.
Well, I don't have one of those.
The room seems to either. It feels slightly. Don't pick at. The Outpost Project Survival Guide.
Oh yes, I almost forgot. We can save this poor woman now.
I'm Roger Wilco of the SCS Deep Ship 86. Can I get you anything? Water, food, some duct tape, armor all? Are you okay? You look bloated.
Her skin feels puffy and rubbery, as if her internal body pressure has risen. It must be Regalian bladderwort fever.
Oh dear me.
It wouldn't be prudent. Don't pick at it. You won't be needing any empty cans. A gas mask won't help you in this game.
Huh? Ah, well, whatever. Time to mess with this thing. Alright. Open her up. This, this, this. Just pull these out one at a time, I guess. And what else? Put it down. Put it down, Roger. There we go. Row ARF. And over RF is dim. Row B is TT with a den. Row C is PS with fair. Row D is FC with rep. Huh. That's not right. What did I do wrong? Oh, I see my problem. Herp derp. Then fair. Okay, let's try it now.
You.
Ta-da!
There seems to be something stopping the data quarter from transmitting.
Whatevs. It's working. We'll do this one bit at a time.
You have no idea where this place is.
Dun, 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 dun. Pardon me, sir.
Well, well, well. The worm is out of the hole. So,
Yeah?
you have to ask yourself, do I feel lucky?
A little.
Well, do I, punk?
I think you're quoting that wrong.
This box is full of daddies. Daddies are modules which, when inserted into intercranial slots, give the user complete knowledge of whatever topic is programmed into that particular daddy.
Well, let's take one.
You rummage around in the box to look for something useful, but all you find is an almost complete set of line dancing in zero-G daddies. Only Volume 2, the Achy Breaky, appears to be missing.
Oh, my heart. What's this?
A box of MODIs, behavioral modification Eurocircuit chips, lies under the desk.
Well, let's take one of these.
You poke and prod amongst the MODIs until you find
I'm glad he's just letting me do
a
this.
MODI labeled churlish. Being intrigued by the word, you glom it. Incidentally, you might want to look up the word churlish before you do anything stupid.
No, I'm with Roger on this. It sounds like a good word. Let's see what it does. Hey, bud. Want to put this in your head?
Wow, he really creased your can. Pretty impressive. Maybe not from your point of view, of course.
Perhaps that wasn't what I should have done. But he did seem eager to put that particular Mahdi into his head. What if we were
The corner of the label in...
Yes, yes. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to put
the churlish Mahdi,
this into your
pops
head?
it in place.
Well, my eyes are forever ruined. This must be why I need glasses.
It has a couple of things attached to it.
Such as? Alright, what do we have here?
A massive subspace neurotransmitter fills the desk. Amplified by brainwave patterns, neurotransmissions are not affected by local damping fields.
Cool.
But you already knew that, right?
Of course. What do you take me for?
A small decorative novelty lamp displays bolts of electronic discharge. They were quite the rage a century or two ago. Another one of those formerly trendy bolt discharge lamps sits on the console top.
Okay.
A massive subspace... But you already... A massive... But you already...
Let's put it to use.
Unfortunately, your brainwave patterns are far too puny to benefit from even this unit's powerful positronic amplifiers.
Aww. What's this?
Wow, that's a signed poster of the lead singer for that country western band, Hall and Az. This controller controls the controls on the subspace neurotransmitter.
Well, that's...
Jeez, is this guy a control freak or what?
Boo!
There is nothing wrong with the subspace neurotransmitter controller. Do not attempt to adjust the controller. We are controlling transmission. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can change your mind to a soft blur or sharpen it to crystal clarity.
Well, that's... good. Well, let's go outside. Okay.
It's Nigel's belt, complete with a damping field actuator and a nifty personal grooming assistant.
Ooh. Let's just...
No, that's just not a good idea now.
When will it be a good idea?
Yuck. It's the hair you pulled from Nigel's personal grooming. Yuck.
Not the hair.
No, that's...
Oh, whatever. Deet deet. Alrighty.
This appears to be a damping field controller unit. At least it looks like most of the other damping field controller units you've ever seen, and you've seen quite a few.
This is true. Alright, let's try messing with the data quarter again. Just gonna turn this sucker back on. That was quick.
Hey! Here's your fish!
What? Wait, was that person not there to help me? I mean, the one in the ship? Oof.
Stellar, you picked up my homing signal. I can't believe I actually made it work. Now no one can say I spent a little bit too much free time in the bathroom with Popular Tektronix.
No, I'm pretty sure they can still stay
Popular
there.
Tektronix, who are you trying to kid? I know what you were reading in there.
Oops.
What was that voice, Roger? I thought I heard something.
You heard nothing!
Pay no attention, Stellar. It was probably just a mechanical flatulence from the ship.
Mechanical flatulence.
Anyway, we received a transmission from a nearby StarCon communications monitoring platform. They told us of some unusual signal originating from the area of polysorbate 60. We dialed it in, scanned the coordinates, and found you.
Hooray!
So what are you doing in this sector, Stellar? I thought you were stationed on the SCS Heinz 57.
Heinz 50. Oh, God, why?
I am. I had some leave accumulated and decided to take it. This is kind of embarrassing for me.
How so? What, the whole me jumping into your arms thing? Yeah, that was kind of embarrassing.
I actually came to see you.
That is some
I've been thinking
horrible
about you a lot
forehead
lately,
wrinkling
and
you
I
got
was
going there.
curious about what you'd been up to, so I decided to visit. And when I arrived here, I found you had just left for shore leave on polysorbate. I decided to follow you down and try and catch up with you. When I got to that dump of an inn and found you'd been kidnapped by those thugs, I searched around, but could find no trace of where they'd taken you. That certainly is a strange place.
What, the inn?
I decided to beam back up to the deep ship and try to locate you through your transport communicator signal. When I'd returned, I found you'd left it up here on the ship.
Again.
I didn't know what to do then until that call came through from the StarCon installation. You're a lucky man, Wilco.
You have no idea.
Yeah. I guess I am. If you hadn't gotten there when you did, I'd probably be a victim of some serious cement poisoning after those geeks chucked me off that balcony.
I don't think they would have. Since, you know, you killed one and
Terrace.
the other one was stuck dancing.
What?
Well, actually, it was a terrace.
Oh, terrace, balcony, whatever.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stellar. I sure owe you a big one.
Can anyone see where this name thing is going?
I'd sure like to collect that sometime.
Okay, this is kind of weird.
But let's talk about you and me. Perhaps I could take you to dinner sometime soon.
Look, I've seen my future, ma'am, and you're not in it.
I'd like that, Stellar. I'd like that a lot.
Yeah?
The thing is that I kind of have a relationship with another, and I wouldn't feel very comfortable about that. I mean, it wouldn't be fair to her. You understand?
Aw, here it comes. Rejection. From Roger Wilco, from no
Not to mention the
less.
fact I'd be wearing my sphincter for a necklace if Beatrice ever found out.
That would be an interesting fashion statement.
I hope you do understand, Stellar. I like you. I think I even more than like you. I don't know where I got this inordinate sense of loyalty toward Beatrice.
It's called fear.
I believe the word that
Oh,
explains that
damn.
is fear.
Pound sand, pal. Please know that were the situation any different, I'd be making that date with you right now.
Yeah, that helps.
Oh, I see. Friends, co-workers, buddies. That's all this is gonna be. I guess I knew it somewhere inside. I just didn't want to believe it.
Well, you should have. I hope you're ashamed.
I guess I admire your trueness of heart, however misplaced. But I feel much more inclined to damn you for it. I know that's selfish, but it's how I feel.
You seem to be taking it well regardless.
I must admit it shows something more about you, more depth of character than I gave you credit for, Wilco. Well, I'm patient.
And wrinkly
if you
foreheaded.
ever have a change of heart.
You just get an iron and just...
Well, Roger, we should see what we can find out about those subhuman walking dumpsters that had such a keen interest in you. I don't suppose you heard their names.
Nigel and... Ew.
No, but I did get this neat personal grooming assistant. It needs a little cleaning, but...
Ew.
That's great, Roger. Don't clean it, though. Take
Use
to
it
the
as it
sick bay.
is. It's
There's a
kinky.
DNA analyzer there. We can scan the contents and perhaps use the results to get some names and information about these guys.
Good thinking, Stellar. I probably would have thought of it. Eventually.
I already had, so which in turn would have meant you would.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have, Roger. Look, I've got to go to sick bay and get some treatment for my back after that not-so-graceful rescue.
Harsh.
Oh, yeah, that. Sorry. Well, I'll see you there.
What happened to the fish? Did I fuse with it? Am I gonna slowly turn into a fish man? That's
Commander?
silly.
I am receiving a message from StarCon.
Computer on screen.
Oh my god, there's a litter box.
Hello, Commander Kilbasa. I have a new directive for Deep Ship 86.
You're the guy who assigned me here.
This is actually a special request from me, Commander. As you may know, I served with Admiral Bluntfang during the Fallopian campaign. Admiral
oh,
Bluntfang's
goodness
widow
me.
is involved in building an off-world retirement community. They are almost finished, but have requested assistance from Deep Ship 86. Commander, please extend her every courtesy. You know, if things go well, this would not look too bad in your personnel file. I will let Sharpay, the Admiral's widow, explain further.
Oh god, no, 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 no.
Hello, Commander Kilbasa. As Admiral Toolman mentioned, we have almost completed our project here, but could use StarCon assistance. To be honest, Commander, I pulled a few strings,
No.
but this is an important mission, I assure you. Since you are scheduled to be present for the dedication of the Golden Light Year's Retirement Center anyway, I hoped you might alter your travel plans to accommodate an earlier arrival.
So, are we agreeing to
From the
this?
information provided me by my old friend, the Admiral, you would be able to warp here within a few hours. I require some assistance from your ship, as well as one of your crew members.
Just one? Why don't I like where this is going?
Allow me to explain.
Meanwhile, back in sick bay, Jebba is an interesting-looking fellow.
Jebba?
That is, if you think a melted purple marshmallow with an internal skeleton is interesting. He's the main
not
research
purple.
attendant here in the sick bay.
At all. I see white. I see green.
Stella is getting treatment for her back injury. You should be ashamed of yourself for jumping on her like that, you baby.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess I should. But for another time. That looks like a delicious drink. I'm pretty sure this actually isn't going to kill me. For sure I'm going to be stopped from touching it.
That's delightfully...
Yep, oh well. I am the Blues 32. This is Space Quest 6. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.